Welcome back, guys, to day 16 of the Bit of 52 Advent Calendar reveal and review video. The box is there. Hopefully we're going to get a good one today. The one yesterday, it was okay for what it was, but let's face it, session IPAs, they're kind of pointless, aren't they? But yeah, let's crack open number 16 and see if we've got a good one. Well, we've got a bigger can, so that's something promising. We've got a bigger can. So what have we got? There we go. We got one from Thornbridge. And this is a can of their Novi or Novi. It is a hazy pale ale and it is coming in at 4%. But I'd like to think that Thornbridge are going to give us a decent one here. So let's stop talking. Let's go and get it reviewed and see how good it is or bad. Right, so we're back in the beer review room. Beer is at the ready. Have chilled it down a little bit before we started this second part of the video, and I possibly chilled it down a little bit too much. So just a quick reminder, Thornbridge Novi Hazy Pale Ale coming in at 4% ABV, 440ml can. I do like their artwork on the cans, and this occasion I'm not putting it in the Beer 52 glass. It is going to go in my Thornbridge glass. So let's get it cracked open, see what we get. I honestly didn't think I would be drinking this at 3:30 in the afternoon. Not after the live last night. I'm certain that beer is not 3.4%. It can't be 3.4% because I've got to admit I've struggled all day. So yeah, let's get this cracked open and see what we get. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. Like I say, it's low ABV, it is a hazy pale ale, but I'm hoping that Thornbridge are going to do the business on this one. I had quite a few low ABV beers in this box and, you know, it is very disappointing. All right, I have a few, but I would say the majority have been 4.2, 4.3 and below. And I don't think there's been too many that sort of hit the 5% mark or above. I could be wrong, but we'll see what happens come nearer Christmas Eve. So anyway, stop waffling. Hazy, very light haziness to it. It's sort of like a lemon sort of look to it. What you're seeing on the camera is a little bit darker to me in real life, if you like. Very little carbonation going up, but we've got a nice fluffy compact head there, so it does look like a light hazy pale ale. So it's doing that part. Let's dive in with the nostrils and see what we get. Hoppy, lemon, pineapple sort of thing, maybe a light grapefruit note. Notes are there, but they are sort of light, which is what you'd expect, really. I'm not really shocked by that. Maybe just a touch of a sweet maltness in the background. But yeah, it smells pleasant. It's certainly not going to set your world alight, but it's hopefully it's going to be, you know, half decent for what we're reviewing. So Thornbridge and their Novi Hazy Pale Ale, or Novi, however you want to say it, 4% ABV. Let's give it a try, see what we get. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, it is what it is. It's one of them, isn't it? There it again. 4%. You just know it's going to be light, don't you? And it is. It's lacking some body. A light body. There's no wateriness in the taste, but it certainly just feels sort of almost drinking like water, if you like. Quite busy carbonation, but that does sort of disappear in it. I wouldn't say it's a nice busy. because it brings a little bit of zinginess to the beer. And I think it needs it, to be honest, because the beer is very light. It needs something to sort of try and bring it to life. And that carbonation does that. Doesn't last for ages going wild, but it's there, quite zingy, and disappears. Mouth feels what you would expect from a light-bodied fizzy beer. It's not particularly, like I said, I don't think it really ruins it. It does add a little bit of roughness to it, the carbonation. It's not the smoothest of beers. Would you expect it again? ABV and busy carbonation. What the carbonation does do though, it certainly pops out them flavours of the beer. And it's got very much zingy sort of flavours to it. And that's what I'm going to come to now. Carbonation brings out that sort of lemon juiciness, if you like, citrus note, almost oily, almost sort of resinous, you could say. There's maybe a little bit of a grapefruit sort of zinginess in there. The body does feel a little bit better than maybe what I originally said. Every time I'm having a mouthful, it's actually, I'd have to change my mind and say it's all right. It's all right, the body on this, for the ABV, that is. Yeah, definitely sort of pineapple, grapefruit, lemon. And it leaves you, does leave your mouth with a little bit of an oily coating. I wouldn't say it's one of them beers that sort of dries you out. There's a little funny sort of taste in there that I can't put my finger on. A little bit of pine maybe going on as well. I mean, the beer is all right for what it is. There's not really anything nasty in there that's off-putting, but it's another one of them sort of low ABV beers that is pleasant but forgettable. It's not one that, it's certainly not one for me that I'm going to suddenly drink this and go, oh my god, I'm going to rush out and buy that. But if I went to a pub somewhere and I had a choice of something like, I don't know, your John Smith, your Carlin, your Foster's, your Bournemouth cider or something, and this was on, I'd pick this over it. Nothing nasty, but nothing massively inspiring at the same time. But yeah, it's all right. There we go. There's my thoughts on this beer. There's no point in me saying the same fucking thing all the time. Apologies for the language. Yeah, it's okay. If you've had it before, let me know your thoughts on it. If you haven't had it yet out the advent calendar, if you like your 4% hazy pales, you'll probably like this. There's nothing really wrong with it. If you've had it before in a pub somewhere, let me know your thoughts. And that's it. So day 16 over, on to 17 tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a beefier one that's going to be better, but that's it. Thanks for watching and see you again soon.